Welcome to another episode of the Loafing Around Podcast, a podcast where we talk about all things Pokemon, and each week I am joined by a new and unique guest, be it a YouTuber, streamer, announcer, VGC player, or so on, to hang out with them and ask them some questions about their passions, opinions, and experiences with the Pokemon franchise. I am your host, Espy, a longtime Pokemon fan and a Pokemon content creator. Today, I am joined by two amazing YouTubers that are seen together as much as they are seen apart. Between them, they have content on the Pokemon games and anime and everything in between. Their creative minds make one of the best duos in the Pokemon community, and I am so excited for you to hear from them. Welcome back. As I said earlier, these two are both amazing YouTubers that are working together to put out lots of amazing Pokemon content on their own channels with each other's creative assistance. Welcome to the podcast, the Pichus Bros, Luap, and Starmeistr. Thank you guys so much for coming on.
Yo, it's your boy Luap. Thank you so much, SB, for having me on here, and it's going to be very interesting for my first podcast experience, but truly thanks for asking me to be on here.
No, definitely.
Yo, champs in the making, Starmeistr here, and yeah, SB, thank you so much for having me as well. I'm truly honored and grateful that we both got to be your second guest in your podcast, yeah, and I can't wait to talk about whatever we're going to talk about tonight.
Yeah, definitely. I was super excited to ask both of you guys to be on. It's hard to ask one of you because you guys are really well known together, so it's tough to separate you and have each one come on separately because you guys worked so well together.
I agree. Dream team.
So, Luap, you want to tell us a little bit about your channel?
Yeah, so actually when I first started my channel, it wasn't primarily supposed to be Pokemon, but then it just ended up being it. And being in Japan, I tried to do the tours of Pokemon centers, even though I haven't done them in a while. And then besides that, I just focus on the Journeys anime itself. So weekly episode reviews and then discussions about it. And then, of course, me and Starmeistr are working on a collab project of reviewing Pokemon Chronicles every episode, which is currently going on. And yeah, that's it.
Yeah, no, I love the Pokemon Chronicles stuff. That's something I look forward to every Wednesday as far as your guys' channels, because I haven't seen Pokemon Chronicles in so long. It's nice to be able to go back and to rewatch it and kind of get your guys' opinions on, what happened from someone who enjoyed it as a kid.
Yeah, it's really nostalgic for us to watch it too. So we love the support that we're getting, and thank you so much for always tuning in. It really means a lot to us.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I didn't actually know that you did the Pokemon Center tours. I don't think I've ever caught that on your channel, so I'll definitely have to go back and look at that.
Yeah, I mean, I haven't made any new ones in well over half a year now, though. But I think there's like 5 or something on my channel.
Oh, wow, yeah. And I think they just opened a new Pokemon Center in Okinawa, I believe.
Yeah, I saw that on Twitter.
Yeah. So, Star, you want to tell us a little bit about your channel?
Sure. So, like in contrast to Luap, I think I specifically started my YouTube channel for the purpose of making episode reviews for Pokemon Journeys. And then somehow along the way, I kind of transitioned into Nuzlocke. So I've been doing Nuzlocke since like July of 2021 until like April of 2022. And then during that time, I think Nuzlocke died down a little bit, and I feel like I've been more invested in the Anippo community, so I decided to transition back to the Anippo community and, do some Pokemon Journeys review, but in a shorts version.
Yeah, your shorts have been great. I love catching into your shorts.
Yeah,
you really honed in on that.
Yeah, I figure like everyone's doing their own episode reviews in a lengthened format, so I think having a shorts is a breath of fresh air for Anippo reviews.
Absolutely. It's really convenient for everyone to be able to to just catch in on a smaller format. I have really enjoyed it because with my work schedule and things like that, it's been very nice to.
Mhm. Yes, exactly. And they're super easy to make too. So it's convenient for everyone.
Absolutely.
So, like, if people want to watch a short version of Anipoke review, then they can watch my shorts. But if they want longer version, then they can watch Luap shorts. So it's a win-win for both of us, I guess.
Absolutely, yes. And you have other shorts too, like Pokemon moves that should have 2 typings. I really like those. The ones that should be dual type. Those are really good shorts. I love whenever I see those ones.
And you're like the first person that I featured there too. So
I know. Yeah, I mean that does make me like it a bit more now.
As you should, bro.
Definitely. So yeah, again, thank you guys so much for coming on. Super excited to have both of you guys here. Are you guys ready to try some trivia questions?
Let's go. I'm all for trivia.
Never been
I
ready.
love trivias.
Me too.
Yeah, there we
I
go.
spend my time on Bulbapedia, so.
Yeah, there you go. See?
Okay, it's time to Google search for stuff. Let me just open my Google Chrome.
Yeah. Alrighty, so this segment is going to work by me asking you the questions up front. You'll have some time to think of it, and then at the end of the episode, I'm going to get your guys' answer. That way the people listening can play along, and you guys can have some more time to think of the possible answers.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Yeah, let's go.
Alrighty, so question 1. Many people know about the classic Kanto rival, Blue or Gary, but we were introduced to a new rival with the release of the Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee games. What is the name of that rival?
Like in the games themselves?
Yeah.
Okay.
In the games,
okay.
yeah.
Okay.
How do you feel about that? You guys feel good about that one?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I know that one.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, me too. And yeah, it sounds like his name sounds like one of the main characters in the original series too.
Correct. Good hint for those listening there. Yeah. Alrighty. In the Diamond and Pearl series, a man named Nando served as a rival to both Ash and Dawn. Name 2 of Nando's Pokemon.
Okay.
Okay. I mean,
Yeah,
okay.
I'm pretty sure we know that one too.
There you go. Yeah. You guys know that character. Good.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
I was worried people would remember him for how outstanding his look is and how attention-grabbing his look is, but not his Pokemon.
Yeah, I mean, also
Sadly.
for him doing pretty well in both the Grand Festival and in the League Conference, right?
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah. He was a super good rival.
I agree.
Yeah, definitely. He's like the successor to Wallace in terms of like having both battling and contest in.
Oh, that's a super good point. Yeah.
Right.
Alrighty, question 3. What rival from the Sword and Shield games started out as a psychic specialist but eventually transitioned to fairy?
Okay.
Yep.
We got this.
I got
I've
this
never
too.
I've never played the Sword and Shield games, but I think I know who it is.
Oh, never played the Sword and Shield games.
Yeah,
Wow, yeah.
sadly, I don't have a Switch.
Oh, yeah, that does limit the ability. Yeah.
Yes.
It's one of those characters that they haven't really touched on the anime. There's several, because of the way
Mhm.
Journeys works, that there were several key characters to Sword and Shield that didn't get migrated over,
Sad.
so.
Yep.
Mhm.
It's true. I mean, we almost didn't get Hop until now, so.
Yeah, right. I was really concerned we weren't ever going to get Hop, but luckily he is in now.
Yep, me too.
Alrighty. Which of Ash's rivals is unique because he is also categorized as a main character or traveling companion to Ash for the entirety of this island-based series?
Okay.
All right.
I think you got it. I gave a
Okay.
little hint there. I wanted to give a little hint,
Yeah.
make it a little clearer.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we got that.
Okay.
Alrighty.
Thank you.
Thank you. I'm actually not sure about that. I think Luap knows the answer. There are 2 people who I'm not sure. I'm thinking
How do you
about.
feel, Luap? You feel good about it?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I got it.
Yeah.
Oh, there you go. There you go. Alrighty. So for question 5, this one is tailored specifically to you two. So I hope you guys are ready.
I'm happy. Let's see it. Well, let's hear it, I guess.
Let's go. Mm-hmm.
There is a little known rival of Ash Ketchum named Harrison. Are you guys familiar?
Never heard of him.
Not
Oh, I do. That's
really.
the guy that appeared in the World Cup.
Yeah.
Oh
there you go.
yeah, you're right. You're right.
You guys might know him a little bit. Might be, famous for your Harrison love.
Yeah.
Harrison's the best
He's
character
the
to appear in
previous
the
world
anime.
monarch.
There you
I
go.
agree.
See, look at this.
Yeah, man.
Alrighty, so let's see how big of fanboys you are.
All right.
He was a strong trainer using 7 Pokemon. 6 of his Pokemon are Blaziken, Steelix, Houndoom, Sneasel, Kecleon, and Hypno. Who is the 7th Pokemon that he owns?
Yeah.
We got this, man.
We know that.
You got
bro.
it. You got it. Okay, there you
Yes,
go. There
sir.
you go. This is the Harrison fandom coming in strong.
Mhm.
Yep.
The two kings, Harrison kings.
We spend at least 10 minutes a day worshiping Harrison, so
Yeah, that's how we start the morning.
correct.
We go to our Harrison shrine and we look at all 7 Pokemon.
And we sleep with our Harrison body pillow, so,
No, of course. I mean, that's the only method. That's just part of being a Pokemon fan.
I can't fall asleep without it.
Couldn't. I don't think
True.
anyone can.
John Dixon can.
Oh,
Too
I
soon.
hate him.
Alrighty, so next up, we are going to talk about some significant news in the Pokemon community on a segment called RKS News.
Yep. That was a good name. Yeah, I just heard the
It's
Pokeferlax
one
reaction
of my
to it.
favorite.
So
Yeah.
Yeah.
the backstory was beautiful, and I, 10 out of 10 would hear it again.
Mhm.
Yes, yeah. Yeah. But yeah, super excited to talk about the news on this one. We have some pretty good news this week and some pretty sad news, so we'll get into
Sad news.
I
I
know.
wonder what that sad news is.
it. Alrighty.
What? That's going to be interesting. I don't know what sad news came out, so enlighten me.
Yeah, I'll have to shed some light for you guys. So in the Pokemon news, we have that the Pokemon Company released their corporate sales figures. And I kind of wanted to touch on how insane these numbers are. They kind of released their, how much they've done as a company so far up until March 2022. It is absolutely mind-blowing. They have 440 million shipments of Pokemon games, video games in 9
Wow.
languages, which is kind of a controversy at the moment, but other languages added, which is a completely fair request. 43.2 billion cards have been produced for the trading card game. Those trading cards can be found in 13 languages, and the anime has reached into 192 countries.
Wow.
Oh,
I just think, yeah.
I'm sorry. I thought there was going to lead to something else.
Yeah. Yeah, me too.
Yeah, so I mean that's amazing. I know with the Pokemon cards, like a year or two ago, that became trendy again. So that definitely helped the Pokemon card community and that figure. But yeah, the games thing is really impressive, to be honest. Because especially in Twitter nowadays, you just see people hating on everything. But it just led to more sales, I guess.
Yeah, no, the cards have definitely made a ginormous comeback compared to where they were. I mean, it's absolutely crazy. There was a stat, though, something like almost half of them that have been produced in the past 5 years. I was like, that's absolutely wild, especially when you're talking billions.
You want to chime in, Star?
Actually, I have no idea what to talk about with cards. I'm sorry.
You're good. No, you're all good. Yeah.
But yeah, I'm impressed with those numbers. And to what Luap said, everyone's been complaining on Twitter. I'm sorry. I'm kind of one of those people.
We hate those people.
Yep. All right. Goodbye. It was nice having you on the show,
Bye.
Star. Time to go.
But only in the Masters 8 bracket, so. That was the only complaint I did.
Man, I don't even get me started on this bracket. I don't even lie.
Oh,
I've been complaining on Twitter, but
It's
I'm
okay.
happy.
We need a full 30-minute round on it.
Yeah, right. Yeah, I could because I'm not super pleased. I don't mind. I big Alon fan, but I don't mind him fighting Leon as much as other people do. But the other bracket choices, I was like, that's not for me.
Same.
I don't mind it, to be honest, but yeah.
Of course, because he loves Steven to death.
No, I just don't. I wouldn't have minded any matchups really. Being completely mixed match and it'd still be, realistic, except, Ash should have definitely battled Alon in the first round, realistically, but that's a different point altogether.
That would have made me much happier. I would have been very pleased to see Alon versus Ash, but I get at least kind of the Leon versus Alon. I would like to have Iris versus Lance, really. That was a big thing for me, but such is life.
There's nothing we can do about it at this point.
Yeah. I unfortunately don't have the pull with the Pokemon Company to change that.
Not yet, you don't.
Hey, there we go.
Not
That's what I
now.
like to hear. Alrighty, so in Pokemon Go news, Shiny Meltan has finally returned. So if you are a Pokemon Go player and need the Shiny Meltan still, you can get your mystery boxes ready and happy hunting to you guys. You guys still play Pokemon Go?
Yeah, I don't play Pokemon Go anymore. I played like
Same.
when it first came out for a little bit, but then I just never got into it. I think I stopped playing before Johto Pokemon even released.
I think same too. Like it was 2016, and like everyone in our class was like playing Pokemon Go, even like the old people. And then like after a few months, it just died down, and then we all stopped playing.
So how big is Pokemon Go in Japan and the Philippines? I just don't know myself.
Like in the Philippines, I think Pokemon Go was what revived Pokemon in the Philippines because I think after Diamond and Pearl, like Black and White wasn't really a trend in here, and then X and Y still wasn't a trend, and then 2016 came Pokemon Go, and then everyone, like almost every single person in the country is like playing. Like even my mom played it.
Hey,
She
there you
was
go.
more active than me in that game.
As for me, like when I played Pokemon Go, it was in America still. So it was the same as that. Like people who had not played Pokemon in years and years, and people who don't even never liked Pokemon before was playing it. And even now in Japan, even nowadays, I still see a bunch of people playing it. So it's still kind of popular here, I guess. I see a bunch of kids around like hanging out at parks and stuff, and they still play Pokemon Go to this day. So I think it's still pretty popular here.
I didn't know when for sure. I knew you were, previously you lived in America, now you live in Japan. I wasn't sure if you would transition pre-Pokemon Go or post, because, that defines humanity, pre-Pokemon Go and post-Pokemon Go.
True.
It's no more AD and BC, It's
Yeah.
BPGO and APGO.
Yeah, that's all that matters. That's all that matters.
Yeah,
When
and
we all came together.
Yep, that's when humanity was perfect for 1 week.
Man, that was a good time. That was a real
I
real
miss
good
those
time.
times.
Yeah, it was great. It really was. It's pretty universal how that experience was too.
Absolutely, yeah. Maybe Scarlet and Violet can bring us back.
Hopefully, bro. I just wish, like, now I know 0 people who still plays Pokemon Go.
Yeah, as I say, I'm assuming it varies country to country. Like I said last episode, I have spurts. I'm into it and then I'm off, and I'm into it and then I'm off. So I'll probably get on to get Shiny Meltan, but
Right.
Yeah.
I think I tried getting back into it a couple years ago, but I couldn't. I didn't stay for more than 3 days.
yeah, that happens. They took their time updating some stuff, and I think that really killed it. Alrighty, so in Pokemon Unite news, Delphox has finally arrived. I haven't gotten a chance to play this character, but it's pretty exciting to see some more Kalos representation.
Yeah, someone who I haven't played Pokemon Unite in the past like month or so, but until then I was playing pretty regularly. It's always cool when they add new characters, and Unite's doing a really good job of adding characters quite frequently, actually, because they just added Azumarill like not that long ago. I think that was the most recent before Delphox, but or it was Espeon, right? It was actually Espeon.
I think it was Espeon, yeah.
Yes, I mean, and Azumarill was pretty recent too, so they added so many Pokemon recently. And in general, they're always pretty balanced, I'd say. So I really think that's cool. I mean, Delphox is not my Pokemon that I personally play, but it's still cool to see nonetheless.
Absolutely. It's really cool for them to be able to. They are so good at adding Pokemon. Like, say what you want about Pokemon Unite. They are great at updating the roster and adding new Pokemon in.
Definitely.
How many are there now, though? Because I've never played. I have never played Pokemon yet. I'm curious how many Pokemon are there now.
That one I don't actually know off the top of my head how many Pokemon there are.
There's currently 36 Pokemon, apparently.
There we go.
Oh, I expected more, but it's good.
They started out only with it was only a few that they started out
It
with.
was only
They've
like
been
the Gen 1 starters, right?
They had
I
some special ones, like Alolan Ninetales. I remember being there in the beginning.
Mhm.
Blastoise wasn't actually there in the beginning, by the way. It came out a couple
Oh,
weeks
no,
or a
he
couple months
wasn't,
later.
Yeah. Cinderace was, though. Whew.
Cinderace and Duraludon carried me to Masters, so
Hey, there you go. And we all know Cinderace is the best Galar starter. Anyways,
disagree. But
I
it's
know. I
okay.
just want to get Luap going.
I used to think
Yo.
that, though, funny enough, until like Go got his Grookey. And then that changed my opinion on that, actually.
Really? I didn't know that you were I thought that you just, the second you saw Grookey, you were in. I didn't realize that it was an anime thing that changed your opinion.
Well, actually, so when the game first came out, Grookey was the original Pokemon that I picked. But then when I started watching Journeys, like Go's Scorbunny was really cute. So I started growing to Scorbunny. And then also with Cinderace in the game. And then VGC, he was really strong too. And then when Go got Grookey, I realized how cute Grookey was, and I went back to Grookey.
Dang,
you
yeah,
traitor.
absolutely. Yeah, so the anime really influences your decision on some of the Pokemon you like, would you say?
Yeah, because I mean, you get to
True.
see them animated and just every week like Grookey, so it grows on me more. I only played through Sword and Shield once, so yeah.
I need to play through Sword and Shield again for sure. I've been really wanting to do that. I mean, I played through it twice already, but I've been really wanting to try and do something new with it again, like a monotype run or something. I'm just like, man, seeing the Masters 8 happen and like Leon and everything, I'm just like, man, I kind of want to go through this again.
Who was your starter, bro? And your Sword and Shield playthrough?
Yeah, I absolutely went Grookey.
Good.
Taste, bro.
Love that little monkey.
Good choice.
You should do a Nuzlocke.
Yeah, there we go. Yeah, I don't claim to be as big of a Grookey fan as Luap, but definitely out of the three, I really like him.
Definitely. I think
Good
for me, it's
choice.
Grookey, then Sobble, and then, sorry, Scorbunny.
Get Scorbunny out here.
Yeah.
I mean, for me in general, Gen 8 starters as a trio is one of the stronger ones. So I really like their designs much more than the
Yeah.
Scarlet Violet trio.
Really?
Really?
Definitely, bro. I only really like Fuecoco, so I'm biased, I guess. So as a trio, I like Gen 8 more than Gen 9, to be honest.
Wow.
Granted,
I like
Gen 9's
Fuecoco
not
and
out.
Quaxley. Yeah. true,
Right, I
yeah.
don't. And Gen 9's not out yet, so of course it's biased as well. So, but
Mhm.
just as it stands.
Yeah, that's crazy. Though I feel like that is a very hot take. I feel like
True.
a lot of people like Gen 9 more than Gen 8 as far as the
Mhm.
starters.
Yeah,
Like-
opinions are be like.
I don't see anyone hating on like the Gen 9 starters. I see a lot of people hating on Grookey.
Of course, haters gonna
Probably
hate.
because of the anime, but yeah.
And yeah, I think it will come down to the final forms because I think a lot of people
Mhm.
really liked the Gen 8 starters until they evolved and then they were like, I don't like this trio anymore. Was I think
Yes.
a big issue.
Yeah, I mean, I'm
Yeah.
talking strictly base forms though.
Yeah,
Mhm.
absolutely. Like these three could evolve into something that people absolutely hate. So that's something to take into consideration. I just don't think it's the opinion of a lot of people.
Yeah, I agree. Like in their middle stage form, I think Raboot is the only one I like.
Me too.
And then for their final form, I don't like any of them.
That's
They
crazy, man.
they all look like humans just like wearing mascots.
That's crazy. I like
yeah,
the
there are
final
certain
forms,
things that
man.
change.
I like the
Oh,
final
really?
forms. Yeah, I mean, I don't think Inteleon's my least favorite for sure. I wouldn't like him in general, but I don't think he's bad. And the Rillaboom and Cinderace in general, I actually like their designs. I don't know.
Mm,
I see your point,
I
though.
respect that. I respect that.
No, I love it. We definitely need more, like, the
Diversity
beauty of Pokemon.
opinions.
Yeah. You gotta have diverse opinions, and like it's the beauty of Pokemon. Like someone might not like a Pokemon, but this other person's all about it. Like I talked to someone whose favorite Pokemon was Sigilith, and I was blown away.
Wow.
That is crazy.
I want to be friends with them.
Yeah, right.
I
I was
like
like,
that
out of all the
opinion.
Pokemon.
I mean, someone out there's favorite Pokemon is Swalot, for all you know. So
It would seem that's the case because they had that like study or whatever on like they did that Reddit poll thing, and there's only like 4 Pokemon that didn't get a vote for being someone's favorite, and Swalot absolutely had votes. So
what were the 4 Pokemon that didn't get votes?
I remember there was Yungoos, and then I had Silcoon, and then I can't remember the other 2. But yeah, like I remember Yungoos and Silcoon because I was like, no one likes Yungoos. I figured there'd be someone that would be like, woohoo, rat starter.
Donald Trump Pokemon.
Yeah, there's got to be some Donald Trump fans playing the game, and it's like,
Mhm.
woo.
Yep. MAGA. Nickname MAGA or something. I don't know.
There you go. Yeah. Alrighty. So here's the big news. I know we've all been waiting for this. An update has occurred to Pokemon Smile, which added 100 new Pokemon to the game.
That is, it made me smile. That the news itself made me smile. I don't really know if the game will make me smile. But yeah, I don't play it, so I didn't even know that was a thing, to be honest.
Same. I had to search what Pokemon Smile is.
It's really geared towards young kids, from my understanding, because it's about brushing your teeth or something like that, right?
Yeah.
I think the game is something like that.
Yeah, I'm like 100 new Pokemon. Man, they're really updating this out here because that was announced the same time as Pokemon Sleep, but Pokemon Sleep is,
Still sleeping.
Mhm.
yeah, legendarily nowhere to be found.
I mean, you already know the Sword and Shield fans are going to be like, Pokemon Smile gets more updates than Sword and Shield, but that's an argument for another day.
Sad.
Yeah, that
They
Pokemon
get
Smile
more
DLC.
Pokemon than Unite.
Yeah,
More DLC than PLA. To my knowledge, right? I don't think PLA hasn't gotten any DLC yet, right?
no, they had that one update. I can't remember what it was called. Something Daybreak or something like that update. I can't remember.
Oh, I guess they did. but I don't know if that's DLC.
No, it was just an update that made it, there's more alpha Pokemon.
Okay.
Like it made alpha hordes.
I have not. I think I stopped playing right before that update came out, if I remember correctly.
Did you guys like that game or no?
I beat the main story and not. I didn't even like get Arceus or anything. I just beat the main story, and Starmeistr doesn't have a Switch, so I don't think he's played this one.
Yeah,
But-
sadly.
No.
I just read people's experiences on them, and the game looks fun.
It was definitely a different take on the franchise.
It was enjoyable.
It's one of the more positively accepted Pokemon games out there.
Yeah, I was surprised about that.
Yeah, definitely. I think it went over really well, and I think there's several things they're probably going to take from that and put into Scarlet and Violet. So we'll definitely have to see
Yes.
what they do with that. Alrighty, well, here's the sad news that we've all been preparing for. So we got two different pieces of sad news. So the first one, Junichi Masuda himself is leaving his role with Game Freak to join the Pokemon Company as a chief creative fellow. I don't know if you guys saw that, heard that.
I did hear something about that, or read something about that on Twitter. And yeah, I mean, from as far as I know, from very limited knowledge about anything about Pokemon games or Game Freak at all, I believe Junichi Masuda wasn't directing the games anymore. I don't know, something like that. Or he was just giving his ideas or overlooking or something like that. Can you...
Yeah, pretty much. He was more like a kind of like a creative facilitator at this point. So he himself wasn't responsible, but it definitely end of a legacy.
Right, man. I mean, he helped shave my childhood and still to this day. So
Yeah, absolutely. He was very influential. So I'm glad that he's staying with the Pokemon Company, but I'll be interesting to see what he can do as the chief creative fellow there.
whatever chief creative fellows do, man.
Hopefully,
Let's just see what happens after his, change in career.
yeah, absolutely, yeah. Hopefully, he brings some good ideas because that's from my
Mhm.
understanding, that's what they do is mostly like the direction of Pokemon. They kind of help shape that. So I think it'll be good to have him on the team there.
I think
I'm
it's a great choice.
optimistic about it. Yeah.
Alrighty, and then in similar news, James Turner himself is leaving his role with Game Freak to found his own independent video game company.
That's interesting too. I know he's created a lot of Pokemon that we all know, and
Yeah.
I mean, I can only name like two off the top of my head, but I know he's made more. But yeah, I mean, good for him, I guess.
Yeah, he's made some really good Pokemon. Like Golurk, he is responsible
Yeah.
for that. He's responsible for Central Scorch, which I thought was cool. And then most importantly, he's responsible for Poipole, which is
True.
one of my favorite Pokemon. It's a great Pokemon.
I believe he also made Vanillux and Shadow
Mhm.
Lugia. Those were the two that I was thinking of.
And
That is
Trevenant
correct.
too, and Mandibuzz, which are like some of the Pokemon that I kind of have a soft spot for.
He's influenced us all. Now he's flying the coop. He's a big boy and he's flying the
Aw.
nest.
He's flying on the Mandibuzz.
Boom tish. It's gonna be cool to see he's kind of on his Twitter showing some of the stuff for the game that he's creating. So I think that's gonna be, it should be fun, especially I think he's a very creative mind. So I think it'll be a good game that he's releasing.
Do you know what kind of game it is?
I know that it's very different from Pokemon. It was kind of its own. Trying to think of the way to word it.
Is this the one like the Plucky Squire?
Yes, that's what it's called, the Plucky Squire. Yeah, as I'd say, I know it's like a.
I'm checking his Twitter right now.
Yeah, so if it's on his Twitter, he's kind of got like a YouTube video on it too. It's the Plucky Squire, kind of like an action adventure game. It seems it should be fantastic to
cute.
play. Yeah, the art style is very good, which I'm assuming he heavily influenced.
Yeah.
The art style looks amazing. It kind of looks. I know it's kind of different, but it has like a Cuphead kind of feel to it.
Yeah, kind of that nostalgic art. Yeah, but good luck to James Turner with all possible futures, I believe is the
Yeah.
name of the company. So good luck to.
We
good luck
wish
to
you
him.
all the best. Thank you for your service in the Pokemon franchise.
Thank you for Shadow
Absolutely.
Lugia. Thank you.
That's something we can all get behind. Lugia being the best legendary Pokemon, getting a shadow version. We all agree. All right, next. No.
No,
Now we
it's
just need Shadow
Kyogre.
Grookey.
Shadow Grookey.
That's what we're missing, man.
When are we going to get a remake of Gale of Darkness that gives us Shadow Grookey?
That's when Nintendo will have my $60.
Yeah, not until then.
Until then, they only get it every year.
Yeah. Alrighty, and then perhaps the biggest news of all, the new trailer for Scarlet and Violet is out. There are some really cool Pokemon that were introduced. We got a very cool rival. We got some new professors. Do you guys have any opinions on anything you saw?
I loved everything that I saw. I mean,
I love Lechonk.
I loved all three of them. The Pika clone is really cute.
Palmy,
that's its name. Lechonk is cool, and Smoliv is pretty cool too. So I really enjoyed everything that they did. The rival was cool.
Mm-hmm.
It looks, of course, it's still initial stuff, but it does look a little empty.
Yeah.
And that's one of the complaints I had for Sword and Shield. One of the few complaints I had for Sword and Shield, because I like them in general. It does feel a little empty, but of course it's really early on still. So, and the legendaries look great too. So yeah, I mean, nothing positive for Scarlet Violet, to be honest.
Yeah, I agree. And like regarding the rival, I'm just excited for Nimona. Like, I hope that for once we get a female like main rival, both in the games and hopefully in the anime. And she looks super cool too. Like, she looks like kind of mean, but not really. Like, yeah.
No, definitely. And I'm excited because, like you had said, kind of, it's very cool to have a female main rival. And on top of that, it seems she's going to be like super above average on strategizing. So hopefully we get something that's incredibly powerful, and at the end game, you're going to have a very tough time beating, which I enjoyed that being kind of a female perspective. But so that'll be a cool take on it.
Yes, exactly.
Totally.
And I'm excited too with the format of Scarlet and Violet, since it looks like Scarlet is pertaining to the past and Violet is for the future. So I'm excited to see if they're two completely different games or what. Like, what's their difference in terms of the story and stuff like that.
Yeah, I'd be very surprised if many things are different. At most, maybe a couple of towns are going to be completely different. Gym leaders, if there's that. And regarding the female rival that you guys mentioned, that's assuming we get to see her in the anime, because we couldn't see everybody from Sword and Shield, so don't get your hopes up too high. Just saying.
Hopefully, the Scarlet Violet anime is gonna go back to its usual format.
Yeah,
not the Pokemon Journeys format. So we might get Nimona there.
That'd be nice.
Yeah, I would be I'd be ecstatic if Nimona was like to get a female version of essentially what Alon is, someone that's just incredibly powerful, looks like it's going to be difficult for Ash to beat and isn't, like we kind of had that with B, but it wasn't prolonged, I guess.
She wasn't
I think
fleshed out, yeah.
Yeah. So I think this will be interesting to have someone that's flushed out and to have someone that is a challenge for Ash all the way through, kind of like a Gary, Alon style, like they're going to beat up on Ash for the entirety of the anime. That would be fantastic.
I mean, the only problem with that is that if Ash were to become the world champion, then there shouldn't be a reason for her to be stronger than Ash. Just saying. But the anime is kind of digging itself in a hole, I feel like. I mean,
yeah, the anime will do something, oh no, he decided he's not going to use any of his Journeys team again, and he wants to start fresh, so he's going to really just start from square one, like they always do.
I mean, yeah, but regardless, he should have the skill of the world champion, so he should be winning with anything anyways, in my opinion. But it's like, this is in a different world. It's not in the same world that you're the champion in. This is like a completely different world, man. You're back to level 1, bro.
Diamond and Pearl Pikachu going to a Snivy and Unova would like to talk to
you. Exactly.
I'm pretty sure the writers learned from that now.
I don't know. He did lose to an Octillery and a Tentacruel. But
that was Riolu.
Yeah, never mind. You're right. Pikachu lost to just Grapploct, I guess.
Yeah, and Journeys?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, they've really been protecting Pikachu.
I know.
Yeah, only Grapploct. Twice. Oh, no. Yeah, twice.
Can't tarnish the good name of Pikachu, not in my house.
Never.
So yeah, kind of talking about rivals in the anime. I think the most recent episode of the anime, we saw a pretty big rival come back, a little reveal in Paul, which was pretty exciting to see him come back. How'd you guys enjoy that episode?
Yeah, it was a great episode. I think they handled Paul really well. And of course, the episode also featured the return of all his Pokemon too. So that it was just a great return episode in general. I really enjoyed that episode. I mean, I'm not going to spoil my rating. You should check out my episode review on that. But in general,
plug it.
I'm plugging it shamelessly, not shamelessly. Yeah, I just thought it was a great episode altogether. Journeys has been really blessing us recently with episodes. So, and probably will continue to. So it was a good one.
Yeah, I agree. Like, Ultimate Journeys might possibly one of the best, if not the best, series of all time. And regarding the episode, I really enjoyed it. Like, I was just smiling all throughout while watching it. And yeah, Paul was amazing. His character was well developed from the last time we saw him. Like, he's still the same Paul that we know, but much more mature, much more respectful to others, and he's now a gym leader, I guess, which I don't know. I'd rather have him be a frontier brain instead, but it's fine. Paul was amazing that episode, so I can't complain about it.
Yeah, and that's something that I was kind of going to ask Luap for clarification on. So you get to, kind of see it very early on, and you get to kind of have an advantage on the understanding there. So is he currently a gym leader, or is he becoming a gym leader? I needed clarification on my end from that.
Yeah, I think Oak just mentioned that they asked him to be a gym leader. They kind of left it open-ended as whether he is or isn't, to my understanding at least.
Yeah. And is it a certain region, or is it just somewhere, anywhere they asked him?
I don't think they said. Like,
Okay,
I know
here we
Bulbapedia
go.
says that they made him a gym leader, and he is a gym leader or something like that. But from my understanding, it didn't say that specifically, but I could be wrong.
Yeah, so you know what that means. Gen 9, be watching. Paul is going to be the 8th gym leader, Scarlet and Violet.
Let's go.
That would be so cool, dude.
Yeah.
That'd be an insane tie-in from the anime. Obviously, they wouldn't let us be that happy, but
They
They wouldn't do that, but a man can dream.
That would be so cool. And the champion of the game is obviously going to be Harrison in his,
Correct.
obviously. But
there we go. The
It's
anime
new
fan
cookie.
service.
The Luap and Starmeistr fan service. No one
Really
else would
service
love
necessary.
that.
Everybody would love that. Don't lie to yourself.
Pokemon Starmeistr and Pokemon Luap. That's what we need.
Yeah.
I mean, we have to cover Pokemon, Totodile, and Grookey.
Let's go Totodile, let's go Grookey.
I was about to say, absolutely would be Pokemon Starmeistr team on that one.
That's crazy, man.
Let's go.
Hey, we know
Whiny
Totodile's the
bros.
best starter. So speaking of journeys, they've had a lot of rivals returns. Have you had any that have really stuck out as like, this is a fantastic return for a rival, or on the opposite side, things that are like, this is a really bad return for a rival?
I mean, just talking about, this week's episode, I thought Paul's return was amazing. We saw, a lot of character growth and stuff from him. So, and he's also his same old self at the same time. I thought his return was, in my opinion, one of the best character returns period in Pokemon Journeys, if I'm being honest.
I agree. I think I would say that both Paul and Gary are tied as my favorite rival returns, but I think Paul nailed it more as a rival to Ash. So yeah, I think Paul's return is the best one so far. And I also like the returns of Gladion and Kiawe. Who else returned? The only ones?
Besides Alana, I guess, but we haven't seen him yet.
Yeah, we haven't seen Alan yet. So yeah, I think it's Paul, then Gary, then Gladion and Kiawe tied. They're all great. I don't think any of those returns disappointed me.
No,
Yep.
definitely. I'm super excited to see what they do with Alon, and I'm
Mhm.
super excited to see Ash finally get to the end and have to beat the real strongest trainer, Harrison. That'll be great when that happens.
Yeah.
I'm just wondering if after his battle with Leon, if Alon's going to stick around or just disappear right away. Who knows?
I think they all stick around.
Yeah, but
There's
even
no
if they
point
stick
in
around,
them
they're
like
not going to be
leaving
probably interacting for a while.
it. Yeah.
But we'll see.
I really hope we get some sort of arc that makes some of these people or all of the Masters 8 do something together. That would be fantastic. I don't know what they could do to make it that way, but again, ideal world, it would be an interesting way to introduce like a big issue in Scarlet and Violet, just to have it in the anime, and then be like a teaser. They have to fight this thing. Oh no!
Yeah.
And then
Well, actually, I can think of a great plot
I
right now.
think
So right before the
I
World
get
Coronation
it.
series starts, Grookey runs away from Go, and then the 8 trainers have to go and look for Grookey, and then they find Grookey, and Grookey one-shots them, and then the episode, and then the series ends, just Pokemon ends.
the
Axie
franchise.
episode 2.0. Lost
That's
at
right.
League 2.0. I think Colby mentioned it perfectly in the last podcast, right? I mean, Pokeferlax, like having the Rainbow Rocket arc there. So like all the champions can battle all the previous evil team leaders, right? That'll be
Except two of them are
super
dead in
cool
the
to
anime.
watch. I would have loved to see that happen, but we're never getting that, sadly.
Yeah, no, yeah.
Definitely.
That would be great, but
I just wish like each of the Masters 8 participants had like one episode focused on them before the actual tournament. Yeah.
Yeah, we're not going to get that. Sadly.
yeah, unfortunately,
They got to
no.
wrap this up.
Yeah, Scarlet
It's
and
the
Violet is
fault of
quickly.
Scarlet Violet.
Yeah,
Maybe 5 months away. So they got to finish this and Project Mew and go off the show. Find a way to at least.
Oh, that's actually the Project Mew thing would be one way to do it, you know, because that makes complete sense because
yeah.
that Professor Hidaka, is that how you say his name? Can't think of it.
Hodaka?
Hodaka.
That's what it is. I was like, I can't think of it off the top of my head. He's absolutely evil. So when that
Mhm.
comes to light, they all have to fight them, and Tsurugi and Asahi have to pick sides. I'm loving this arc that we're writing, boys.
I mean, they could do us super dirty, and then the end of Pokemon Journeys is go leaving.
Leaving.
Go with
Mhm.
Project Mew, and we never get to see the conclusion of that until some point in Scarlet Violet anime.
Yeah, like the Monarch 2.0.
Or we can get like a PLA special of the Project Mew, which would be cool if it was more than 4
Mhm.
episodes. Because this has like potential to be like a movie. To be honest, it's not going to be, but like movie
I
length,
agree.
like 3 episodes, 4 episodes, or whatever.
Man, I'd love for it to be a movie, but too bad they only do the alternate universe movies now, it feels like.
Yep.
So, in all the history of Pokemon, we're talking anime, we're talking games. Is there any rivals that really left an impression on you that you like, when you think rival, that's who you think of?
For me, it'd be Silver, just because I have so many memories tied to playing over and over again. Heart Gold and Soul Silver. So for me, that's definitely the most iconic and the one that I enjoy the most and I always think of when I think of rivals. But Brendan and May would be a close second just because of how much I played Emerald.
Yeah, I agree with Luap. Silver is also my pick because of the countless times I've played Gold, Silver, and Crystal. So he's always in my heart wherever I go. And as for the anime, I think it's a tie between Richie and Harrison, actually, because I grew up with Master Quest. So Richie and Harrison were like my boys.
Yeah, as far as anime goes, of course, Harrison is someone to stan.
True.
But if I'm talking like long-term rival, then Paul would be the one that I enjoy the most from the anime, to be honest.
I agree.
Considering Gary too, obviously. But I think Paul as a rival was better for me.
I agree. I would say that Paul, Gary, and Drew are like the best rivals ever.
Drew is great, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Drew was good in the sense that he was a master of both. So I know we kind of touched on that last episode too, but he was just a master of both contests and battling. And so it was a really great mix.
Mm-hmm. He's so good. I mean, yeah. Do we include like contest rivals in this session, right?
Heck yeah, go for it, man. Yeah, any rival.
Any rival you like, even yourself.
I think I also have a liking towards Harley and Ursula. I don't know. I just enjoyed watching them being mean rivals to both May and Dawn. They're just so funny and they always bring an extra layer to overall vibe of the episode. Yeah.
Yeah, the only other rival I'd say has really left an impression on me was the samurai that Ash met in Viridian Forest, because his masterful use of Metapod was just something that I still think about and stay up late at night just pondering over.
He's one of those characters I wish that they would give us like just a little taste of them in Journeys. Like have Ash walking through the forest and in the background have him battling a trainer that's just another Metapod versus Metapod battle. Just so we can see it in the background would be amazing.
That'd be great.
Yeah, like he doesn't even need a dialogue. That would be that'd be fun.
No, it's just one of those you just see him, man. It's just like we all know what this is.
Yeah, exactly.
I feel like May and Brendan in the games, I feel like, I don't know, I must be like right after Slateport City, I think it is, when you have to battle them. I think that battle just sticks out in everyone's head.
Yep.
Yeah. That's
that
like
all the
one
time
of the
as a kid.
hardest rival battles ever.
Yeah, I really remember as a kid, I'd always lose that part, to be honest, multiple times, because I only had like the strategy of just training my my starter Pokemon at the time. And I remember that always being a pain.
Yeah, it's like that area between Slateport and Mauville, and you have to like get through there, and it was the amount of times people do that over and over again, or if you're an adult and you Nuzlocke it, I mean, those are tough.
I played Nuzlocke at Oris Nuzlocke like twice, and I would say that portion of the game was probably the hardest part because the encounters at that point are just average, and then your opponent has like a Grovyle with powerful attacks. So, yeah, that's one of the run killers of the game, I would say, for Nuzlocks.
Yeah, absolutely. If you pick Mudkip, I mean, it can be so rough because then it's got Grovyle and Whalmer and I think maybe Slugma, but like it's rough.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, you're 4 times weak to it, so it's never going to be fun.
I was just saying that there's a lot of rivals that have happened in the anime that I think, each person can kind of get behind, especially if you're in the Pokemon community. It's like, I just love Alon, or I just love Harrison, or Morrison, or even Tyson fans out there. There's got to be someone who's just a big Tyson stan. I don't personally know anyone, but someone's got to love the Puss in Boots thing.
Yeah, Luap is the only person I know. Yeah, Luap is the only person I know who loves Harrison. Yeah,
and same with Star. So, but we hope to. If there's one goal I have on my YouTube channel, it's to increase Harrison stand worldwide, and if I can do that at some point, then I'd feel successful.
I mean, here's what it comes down to with Harrison. He was done dirty, and he wasn't even able to use his best Pokemon in the conference. That's what it comes down to.
He had the writers against him, man. I mean, only so much you could do. He tried his best. He almost beat him without his Blaziken. He was going to win if he did have it, so...
He clearly would have won. He clearly was the strongest trainer in that league.
Clearly.
Yeah, clearly.
When are we going to get justice? When are we going to bring him back and see him just dominate a league? I mean, it would have been awesome. Like, show him battling someone that is also known to be strong. You know what I mean? Like, show him even in like the PWC, like beating Sawyer or Tobias even or something crazy, just to show how strong he is.
I agree. I just wish they made the PWC look bigger, like showing other battles, not just Ash. Like even just still shots would be fine, I guess, of like Ash's rivals battling each other.
Yeah, I was gonna say that me and Star actually talk about this quite often, but like maybe right before Ash got challenged to a battle with Rinto or something in the back, we can see like a 1-second shot of like a different battle happening and a different battle ending or something. Just to make it feel more, actually there. But Journeys also kind of suffers, I think, from the thing I was talking about the games a little bit earlier, where Journeys oftentimes just feels really empty. Like it's just showing our main characters and not really anything in the background. Like I remember when they went in the episode with where Chloe meets Flareon and Jolteon. I remember they went to the circus and it was outside on some day and there was like not even one person out there except the main characters. And that was like a big panning shot of like a big chunk of the surrounding area.
Yeah, I think we've come up with a lot of solutions for the next anime. So, if the Pokemon Company would like to get us involved, we could make a masterpiece. That's all I'm saying.
Yep, it just needs Harrison as the main protagonist. Boom, instant sales.
2 sales.
At least
2 sales. Alrighty, now that we've perfected the anime, I say we should start to wrap this up.
Oh no!
But we'll cover the trivia answers first.
Yay!
Okay.
So you guys think you know them? Know all 5?
Yes.
I think so.
Okay, I'll reread them to you, and let's see how you guys did.
We're gonna answer it after you ask each question.
Yep.
Great. Can we have like some time to just talk about it before we submit a final answer?
Absolutely, please do.
All right, cool.
Alrighty, so many people know about the classic Kanto rival Blue or Gary, but we were introduced to a new rival with the release of the Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee games. What is this rival's name?
Harrison.
Correct. No.
Yeah. Do you know?
Yeah. Should we say it?
I mean, I'm pretty sure it sounds like a Meryl trainer's name without a Y, if I'm not mistaken. Okay.
Yes.
It's Trace.
Trace is correct. The old Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee.
Good job.
Villain.
He's you don't want to mess with him. He'll smack you up. Like he doesn't play Pokemon battles in real life. That's the thing.
He's dangerous.
You don't want to mess with him.
Listen, if Virgil from Black and White taught us anything, it's that Eevee is the most powerful Pokemon and you don't need anything else.
Yeah.
True.
I still hate that they let him win. But either way, on to question 2.
We all do, actually, so that we share that in common. Don't worry, man.
Alrighty, in the Diamond and Pearl series, a man named Nando served as a rival to both Ash and Dawn. Name 2 of Nando's Pokemon.
It has to be the
name one, I'll name the other.
I was okay.
Oh,
I'm naming the musician Cricketune and
Lopunny. Those are at least 2 of his Pokemon. I don't even know any more of his.
I'm a super fan of Nando versus Zoe, so this question was pretty easy for me.
There you go, tailored just to you.
Yep.
Cricketune and Lopunny are correct. You also have Roserade. He had a pretty famous Budew there for a while.
Right.
Sunflora, Altaria, and Armaldo.
Yeah.
I only knew the first 2 off the top of my head, which is good because you only asked for 2.
Yeah, there we go. Yeah.
And he also has like a lot of like little Pokemon with him. I don't know if those are his or just Pokemon that he summoned by his song. I don't know.
I think it's by his beautiful harp. He just gathers the wild Pokemon like a Disney princess.
Hashtag goals.
That harp is so gorgeous, though. It's like the golden Mew making a harp. I love that.
That was great. Yeah, I love it too.
Alrighty, so question 3. What rival from the Sword and Shield games started out as a psychic specialist, but eventually transitioned it to fairy?
That would be Bede.
Bede, yeah.
Absolutely correct. Good job. Yes, Opal recruits him and he transitions.
Which we haven't seen in the anime yet, so.
Yeah, why is Bede not there? He would have added a lot to the anime.
Would have been cool. I remember a lot of people were speculating that, me included, when we got the infamous cake episode, that he would be introduced then, but he wasn't.
Yeah.
I mean,
and many of us were speculating him to be in the hyper class, right?
I mean, Marnie was there. I think Bede could have been there.
But we got Marnie, so.
Yeah, I wish we would have, like what they did with Flint and showing that he was in the Master's 8 at one point. It would have been cool to see other confirmed, even if Ash wasn't going to battle them, other confirmed Ultra Class trainers.
We could have even had, even if Bede just showed up to do something wrong and then someone showing up and saying you're disqualified and him being like, no, I'm in the Ultra Class, you can't do that, like something like that.
Yeah, exactly. That'd be great. The person revoking his rights is, of course, Harrison. As the world monarch, he's revoking his rights to continue to participate.
It's only fair. Alrighty, question 4. Which of Ash's rivals is unique because he is also categorized as a main character or traveling companion to Ash for the entirety of this island-based season?
I didn't hear you say entirety, so okay.
Yeah, I mean, just not confirming an answer yet, but talking with Star, I mean, I'm guessing it has to be Kiawe.
It has to be Kiawe.
Because there's because of its entirety, it has. I was thinking Gladion at first.
Yeah, me too.
But I guess it might be Kiawe. But yeah, you can go ahead and submit that. So if it's wrong, it's on you.
Because I remember them classifying Gladion also as a traveling companion because of the Necrozma arc and stuff. But since you said the entirety of the series, so I think our answer is Kiawe.
Kiawe is correct.
Yay.
There you go. You guys are 4 for 4.
Let's go. And the last question is about Harrison.
Sorry for being a fake listener, but how many did Poke4Life get them all right too?
Yeah.
Yes, he did. Yes.
Of course you did. Dang. All right.
At least as long as you get this next one, then you won't be below him. You guys will be on equal playing field.
Exactly. We
need a rematch soon. The 3 of us in one podcast.
Oh, there you go. Alrighty. So question 5, the final one. There is a little known rival of Ash Ketchum named Harrison. He was a strong trainer with 7 Pokemon. 6 of his Pokemon are Blaziken, Steelix, Houndoom, Sneasel, Kecleon, and Hypno. Who is his 7th Pokemon?
What do you mean, little known rival? Harrison is the most well-known rival ever. Okay,
should be.
Never mind. Okay, so our answer is definitely, bro.
Whitney's ace, obviously.
Yeah. Miltank.
That is correct. The old Whitney's terror. Miltank yourself. Only shown in one episode.
Only shown in one episode and only shown in a scene that shouldn't be shown on TV. But maybe it was used with John Dixon since he couldn't use Blaziken. So there is that.
You're right.
There we go.
And in contrast to Whitney's terror, I think Miltank was the angel of Harrison's team.
Ooh, little dichotomy there for the cow. There we go. Alrighty, so you guys got 5-4-5. You guys are anime geniuses. You know the rivals, and you are Harrison stans officially.
I hopefully can get my Harrison badge at some point in the mail. I'll give you my shipping details later. And just now, whoever's on the show, the first person to not get 5 for 5, you're going to get your YouTube channel taken away. That's all I'm going to say.
That's true. It'll be seized by one of the listeners and can't do anything about that.
Make it harder next time, SP, so that someone will not get 5 out of 5.
Yeah. Hey, Aleximo is talking a lot of smack, so his when his turn's up, he'll have some fun questions.
But I love the questions, actually. The Kiawe one got me a little scared.
Me too.
And the Harrison one isn't something that everyone will know. So
when me and Starmeistr look at, like I said, we look at Harrison's Bulbapedia page at least 3 times a day, making sure there's no updates and anything missed. And so sadly, we need that one pretty well.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, that's the way you got to do it. You gotta get your mind right each morning and each night. And you look at Harrison, you close your eyes, and he's the last thing you see.
And the first thing I see when I wake up.
In the morning, yeah.
Beautiful. Alrighty, guys. So let's wrap this one up. Do you guys have any parting words or any promotions? Anything we can watch out for? Talk about your channels a little bit.
Parting words. SP. I really enjoyed tonight's podcast. I just love talking about Harrison and all other stuff.
So yeah, thanks, man, for having us on the podcast. It was a really cool experience. Like, it's cool that the two of us are the second people on this podcast. That's a cool thing, I guess. The only plugs I would do is check out our Pokemon Chronicles review series, because I think I know that we both work really hard on it, and I think they're genuinely pretty good content. And especially if you haven't watched Chronicles with the recap we do, it's a pretty cool refresher. And like a level 1 Ekans, let's just wrap it up.
Hey, there you go.
Let's go.
Yeah.
I'm glad you guys like that.
Okay, so speaking of Pokemon Chronicles, I think it's fitting that we're now talking about rivals. So, like, the next episode of our Pokemon Chronicles review series is gonna feature one of Ash's best rivals, which is Richie. And it's a fun episode, so you're definitely gonna want to check it out. Every Wednesday, guys. 5 episodes left in Pokemon Chronicles, so check it out. But yeah, we're just plugging in our YouTube channel. Subscribe to our YouTube channels, Luap and Starmeistr, and follow us on Twitter at Starmeistr and at LuapXDD. And join our Pichu Bros Posse Discord server. Yeah.
That was a long plug.
Those are our
Jeez.
plugs.
That was an extension cord.
Yeah. I just copied Colby's.
Don't
Colby's
forget,
plug.
Not like just like copying Colby, And don't forget to subscribe to SP Juju and follow him on Twitter as well.
Yeah.
Hey, there we go.
We didn't mention that 100 times like Colby did because we're not nice like him. I mean, we didn't plug ourselves almost pretty, whatever. Point is, subscribe. This podcast is going to be cool. I'm honestly really excited to see what future guests you have on here. Especially if you can make Elite Trainer Mark get a few questions wrong that make my day pretty well.
Totally.
So,
that will be the
please do that.
most satisfying
Oh, we can make that
moment ever.
Oh, yeah, please do. But he has the Pokefacts of the day, so I'm pretty sure he knows the Bulbapedia trivia page a lot more than the average person. So,
But yeah, definitely check these guys out on YouTube. Check out their Twitters. They are putting out fantastic content. I, for one, love the Chronicles series. I check it out every Wednesday. Super excited to keep seeing more content from them. And I just want to thank you guys again for being a guest on the show. I want to thank Jorge Benes for making an amazing theme for this podcast. And I want to thank all you listeners out there for making it this far. We will be back with another episode on June 27th, so make sure to follow the podcast and watch out for that episode. Until then, I will catch you guys next time when the adventure continues.